Hi, it's Nadia. Autumn season is a pie season. A good pie consists of a flavorful filling and a flaky crust. Today we are making a keto pumpkin pie from scratch. First, roast our own pumpkin, puree it, and make it delicious keto pie filling. Then we are going to make our own sugarless, flourless keto pie crust. I'm so happy, and I can't wait to celebrate autumn season with you. Let's get started with a beautiful chestnut pumpkin. It's incredibly yummy for both sweet and savory pumpkin dishes. Look at how beautiful the color is. Also, surprisingly how wonderful a big heart shape. It's a warm greeting, humbly from me to all of you. The weight is about 2.2 kilos, a little bit under 5 pounds. First, let's scrub it with distilled vinegar and rinse it to clean the skin. Cut in half. This does require some muscle power. Be very careful with your knife, and no matter how big the pumpkin is, cutting in half is an effective way to further roast it. You'll see why very soon. Oh, I couldn't stop staring at this beautiful produce. The color of yellowy orange or orangey yellow is so vivid. Remove its seeds and mushy membranes with a spoon. Save the seeds for other recipes or roast it as snacks. When all clean, it's ready for baking. Prepare a baking sheet with a parchment paper. Have it cut side down, skin side up. Put it on a tray. This way we roast the pumpkin without drying it out. Even better, it will steam itself from the inside. The pumpkin puree is going to be super delicious in a perfect state of moisture, texture, and flavor. Then I'm going to bake it in high heat. Preheat oven to 200 degrees centigrade, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake it for 40 minutes or until it's fork-in tender without any resistance. How much baking time needed depends on how big the pumpkin size is. When it's out of oven, remaining cut side down. Don't even touch it. We want to keep its own moisture. Let it cool down to room temperature. Scoop the pumpkin flesh out with a spoon. See how moist and tempting it is. I can just eat it right away. Before any seasoning added, pumpkin itself tastes like heaven already. I have it portioned. It can be kept in the fridge up to a week or in the freezer up to a year. I also reserve the amount I need. Next, we are going to make a pie filling in a keto version. Let's see the ingredients. 450 grams of pumpkin puree, 50 grams of erythritol, 2 teaspoons of Zamson gum, half teaspoon of ground ginger and ground cinnamon each, 1/8 teaspoon of ground nutmeg and sea salt each, 2 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk, 3/4 cup of buttermilk, yogurt, any dairy or non-dairy milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Have eggs slightly beaten and mixed. Add it in, following erythritol, spices, salt, and Zamson gum, vanilla extract. Blend it first. Then I add liquid gradually in several additions to achieve the consistency I want. I prefer a silky, smooth, and dense texture. And pumpkin pie spices are also shining in an irresistible sense of existence. Keto pumpkin pie filling. Check. About keto pie crust making, I use my go-to keto pie crust recipe. It's all-purpose for any sweet and savory pie fillings. I made 2 other videos dedicated into its detailed making and tips for success. I hope you'll find them useful and make your keto baking easier. Both keto versions of pumpkin pie filling and pie crust can be made ahead, kept in fridge, assembled and baked later, depending on schedule which suits you best. I made my pie the next day morning. Everything became easy and efficient. Gently scooping pie filling into pie crust in a bright sunny autumn morning is a true joy. Use the back of a spoon or a spatula to even and flatten pie filling. The pie is assembled and ready to be baked. Preheat oven to 160 degrees centigrade, 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Low heat, slow baking for 60 to 70 minutes. Temperature setting is crucial for a successful baking product. With or without a blind bake, temperature setting to bake an assembled pie is different. For more information, please refer to my Tips for Success video. Can you imagine? It's really a start of a sweet torture. The inviting smell of pumpkin spices is full of my kitchen, and when it's done baking, 2 stages of waiting begin to help the pie fully set. First, let it cool down to room temperature, and second, let it chill in fridge at least 4 hours to overnight. Don't just rush it from oven to fridge directly, because no extreme temperature change, no pumpkin filling shrink or crack. Better pie looking. All the waiting will be nicely paid off. Finally, it's time to enjoy a piece of keto pumpkin pie. Cutting the first piece is always not easy, but it gets better with the second one. How do you like your pumpkin pie? Are you team pumpkin pie only or team whipped cream added? Today I'll have mine with a large dollop of whipped cream, with ground cinnamon topping, and of course a cup of hot Earl Grey tea. And yes, the crust, the filling, the texture, the flavor, what an autumn enjoyment. Do you plan to make a pie for the season this year? What is your favorite pie? I hope you enjoyed this video and my Keto Pie series. Please know that you are cherished and blessed. Thank you for your watching and considering to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Take care.